In the heart of Central Asia, amid the snow-capped peaks of Kyrgyzstan, Russian President Vladimir Putin takes center stage, but not for politics alone. Here, in Bishkek, he reaches for a komuz, a traditional musical instrument, strumming notes that seem almost out of place during a high-stakes visit. Yet every gesture, every sound, may be a carefully calculated move. A signal, a moment of theatrics in the chess game that is the Ukraine war.
He's also broken when he snaps. I get it.
Not configured.
Thank you. The sound is controlled by your left hand.
Plays with the right.
He plays with his right, deals with his left.
Washes off.
With clear.
Putin isn't just playing music. He's meeting his key ally, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko, to discuss the future of Ukraine and the shifting tides of global diplomacy. What was scheduled as a 40-minute protocol meeting stretches to an hour and a half. Clearly, the stakes are high. With Belarus, Putin boasts, our trade turnover exceeds $50 billion. Russia is the leading investor in the Belarusian economy. The trends are very positive. Words that hint at power, partnership, and preparation. Putin is reminding the world that alliances matter and that he is not fighting alone.
You are one of the people who want this conflict over. We remember the contribution you have made to the settlement of this conflict. Since the very first days, the efforts taken by Belarus have had great effect, and our first contacts on this matter with the Kiev regime took place in Belarus with your direct participation. So I'll be glad to inform you about that as well. Well, if you ever want to come back to Minsk, again, we're always ready to host you. And as for Ukraine, we often hear complaints from the West and from America, but when they start talking like that, I always ask them, have you forgotten that we are not just two neighbors, almost relatives, but we are allies, and it's set forth in agreements between us. And I have to give credit where credit is due. The United States never raised this issue ever again. And I hope everything goes well, considering the latest developments. If the American part realizes that it's sensitive matters that require sensitive steps, everything will be all right.
But behind the polished diplomacy, the war in Ukraine looms large, and while Trump-led peace talks are picking up pace across the Atlantic, Putin seems to be sending a message. Victory isn't guaranteed, but preparation is. Lukashenko affirms Belarus's willingness to resume negotiations, stressing legal alliances and readiness to act if Moscow so desires. This is more than politics. It's a rehearsal for multiple scenarios. Peace or escalation? Putin is preparing for both. The music may seem ceremonial, even symbolic, yet it's a calculated moment, a leader pausing to show culture, tradition, control. While fingers dance across strings elsewhere, strategies are being mapped, alliances strengthened, contingencies planned. Every note a signal, every chord a reminder. In geopolitics, even music is strategy.
With clear.
Putin's state visit spans 3 days, November 25th to 27th, including talks with Kyrgyz President Sadir Japarov and the CSTO summit. Each meeting layers the narrative. Russia is flexing influence, tightening regional bonds, and positioning itself for the next move, whether the world moves toward peace or conflict. In Bishkek, the strings of a Komuz may carry the melody, but the real game is far from a song. It's strategy, preparation, and the relentless pursuit of leverage. As the Trump-led peace talks advance, Putin is not waiting for the world to act. He is acting first, and everywhere he goes, he's sending a message. Victory in Ukraine is on his terms, but if that fails, alternative paths are already in motion. A leader, a musician, a strategist. In Kyrgyzstan, Putin plays a tune, but the world listens for the moves yet to come.